lovely chickens, welcome back to my channel. Angela here again today. Very exciting day, so I hope that you are going to have fun. We are going to put together our accordion journal, so today is the day. Very excited. Right, if you're new to my channel, very warm welcome, lovely to have you. And I hope that you have fun following along too. Don't forget to subscribe and tick that alarm bell thing so you get all the notifications of all the episodes for this. I have a playlist, so it's called Fun at the Seaside Journal Project. So anything that you might have missed will be there, and that link will be in the description box just below the video. To find that, if you're not sure, click on More, and then a whole load of information drops down, and I think there's another More, and then you'll find all the information. If you have any struggles, just send me an email and I'll try my best to help you. Right, just a quick recap, well, very quickly. I gave you lots of homework last time, so I hope that you had fun putting that all together. Now, I did ask you to cut 14 paper linings from the background pages, and I share those in my last video if you missed that. And we had these three sort of templates to do that. Now this I've called paper linings, and you wanted 14 of those. So if you're not following along with this particular kit, any 14 background pages that you are working on will work. All right, those are the measurements for that. All right, and we'll get back to those in a sec. Then I asked you to cut in cardstock. This is about 220 GSM. That I would say is probably, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say it's in the region of about 90 pound weight. Thereabouts. You wanted 8 of these. Now these are the measurements, slightly bigger than these ones. All right, so that's that. We're going to use those today. And then I asked you just to cut in a thicker, heavier cardstock. So if you had to take 2 pieces of cereal box and put it together, it would be that sort of weight. All right, so this is firmer because I want to use these for cover pieces. All right, so we will put our cover on here and then end up sticking it onto the structure. I'll get to that, but this is probably 110 pound weight, and for me it's about 300 GSM. Okay, so that's that. This is the same size as your 8 pages. All right, so the measurements there are the same. Right, I'm going to put those to the side for the minute. I want to start with the 8 page. Don't need the cover pieces today, well, maybe a little later. And then I also asked you to cut 14 pieces of fabric. If you're using a print, if you're using plain cotton fabric without a print, then you only need, I think, 7. All right, so that's what I've got here, but because mine has got a print, I've done that. Okay, so I wanted to show you what we're going to do with that. So I'm going to put my template there. I've got a couple of these, so you need your 8. I'm just going to show you how I do it, and then I have got a completed one to show you. All right, so you want to start off by taking 2 of these from the lighter cardstock, and we want to take our fabric as well. So let's just start with 1 piece. I got one, I have, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue to do this. Now I've got my board here, and these boards are invaluable for crafting, so you can't go wrong because you can use the lines for so many things. Now what I'm going to do is I want to make just short of I think I'm going to use that line there as well, that way and that way, just so that I know I've got it straight. Yeah, I can use the bottom one, probably easier to see. Right, and then we want to go just short of 1/2 inch. So just short of 1/2 inch is, it's like 12 millimeters. All right, 1.2 centimeters. Right, so you want to take the other piece, get it on the same line there, and I'm going to, there's my 1/2 inch. I'm going to move it slightly in, so slightly in, and I'm going to put some glue on this side here, and I'm using Fabri-Tac, really perfect for this kind of fabric, but whatever you would normally use to stick down fabric is fine. All right, now I'm just going like 1/3 of an inch, if that's a measurement, 3/8 of an inch probably on that side there. And I'm going to stick this fabric down. Now the fabric's only 1.5 inches. Right, so we're going to have probably a 1/2 inch there, 1/2 inch there, and a 1/2 inch there effectively. So that's what I'm going with. And I'm going to start at the bottom because that's where I can see. And we're going to go over there like that. All right. And then I'm going to do the same there. So I'm just sort of using all the measurements on here just to get it straight. So I've gone from that dot to that dot. We just run our finger there like that. Now anything extra you can trim off. Right, so we've got this bit now. I'm going to turn it over. It's easier to work this way and get that lined up there again with the dots and the lines. And I'm going to get some glue on here. Again, it's just short of it's like 1/2 an inch, you know, it is 1/2 an inch. And you're going to just get your glue all the way down. Now, if you are not a fan of sewing your signatures in to a journal, you know, with those big journals with the big spine, then this is a good journal project to try. I'm looking for that line there, guys, and this line there. So I want it there, but I want it on that line so that I've got it straight, and the same there. All right. So that way we know we've got it straight, she says. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay, there will be some sewing of signatures, but they're very thin signatures, so that's easier to do. Right, now all you would want to do is let that dry, and then we'll cut that off later. Now you want to do another one, so you move that along, get to the same edge where you were, and you're going to do the same thing again. Put your glue to the 1/2 inch dot. Again, you want to just take it from that dot there, and you want to get it to that dot there. Then you know it's evenly on there. And I do find it's easier to turn it over. Again, line it up there last time, and then I will leave you to do the rest and not watch me do all of this. But you're going to do this with all the pieces. All right, so all eight pieces, not the cover pieces. Cover pieces are separate. All right, so again, this is an Arteza board, but any one of these boards that have the grid are great. It's on my Amazon favorite lists. I put everything there. Although I do make an extremely small commission, it's not worth mentioning. I do it more so that you can see the things I use without me having to answer that question multiple times. All right, so there we go. Everything I'm using as far as the stamps, stencils, distress inks, whatever it is, I have it on my Amazon favorites tools so that you can see. Right, so you're going to go and stick 8 of these pages all in a row, and you would just carry on doing them in a long row. All right, now you'll see that, like I said to you, we've got this funny pattern, the underside of the pattern there, and I don't like it. So what I went and did was I went and stuck a piece on top of that. All right, so you can, again, I'll just do this with one so you can see. I went and stuck the glue to the 1/2 inch mark. Got all sorts of measurements in my head today. There and there. Okay, both sides. You don't have to do this, as I said, but I'm only doing it because I don't want to have this look there. Okay, so this is just an extra step for visual. So then I'm just matching up the fabric there. I'm going to get it all the way along to the fabric at the top there, and I think I cut this one a bit skew, but this is just my demo one. All right, so there we go. So that now on both sides you've got fabric. Now don't worry about the edges because we will be covering all of this. All right, so you're going to go and do that. The second sticking of the fabric piece is optional, but as long as you've got one of them, and then you will go and turn it over and stick fabric on there as well. But do that at the end after you've added all 8 of these in a row. All right, so I'll leave that one at the side. Now the reason why we've got a 1/2 inch gap there is that's where we are going to put in our signatures, and that's why I'm actually quite happy that I've got double fabric over here so that it's nice and sturdy. Right, let me show you what it looks like when you've got all the bits on. Now I don't know why I've got all of these. I had some bits on here. Right, it says back cover. This is still the one of those 8 of the pages. I've written back cover so that I remember when I'm twisting and turning, that's where I want to have my back cover. And we will decorate that and stick it on there to make this sturdier. All right. And then I did the same on the front. I've written that's the front cover. Just do it. You will cover it, but ultimately that's where that's going. All right. So now when I open it up, you've got all these bits. You can see I've distress inked them, so that's also optional. You've got all of these done. That one went a bit skew, but it doesn't matter. We're covering it. All right, so you've got it all on both sides. So no matter how much you twist and turn, you know where your front cover's going, you know where your back cover's going, and you've got that all in place. All right, so that's where we are with that. So there's the first bit of what you need to do today. Okay, let's put that up at the top there. Now, the second bit that I did is put my signatures together. All right. So we are going to have 6 signatures, and as you can see, they're pretty thin, although there is still one thing that I'm going to show you right now to go in here. All right, so I will get to those in a second. I will just say this is where your lace page and your tea stain pages are going to go. All right, so you needed 6 of these double-sided printed, and 12 tea stain pages. All right, so that's what we did there. And that's where we put our double-sided journal pages, but I'll go through that. Right, what I want you to do as well, and I've got it all ready here, is we are going to make 6 inserts for this journal as well. All right, so what I want you to do is you want 6 single-side printed background pages. All right, so you'll see as I go through these now what I've chosen, but of course you can do whichever you like. I'm going to use this one. This is like the teal gingham. I've folded it in half lengthwise, and it doesn't matter what size journal you're using, we're making layers. All right, so I've taken a single-sided journal page, and what we're going to do, and I won't, we're going to just put some glue on the end here. You can stitch it if you want. All right, we're going to put glue there, and glue here. All right, put enough on so it's going to hold it. Right, so there we got glue there, and you want to do that to all 6 of these sheets that are referred to as the half page. All right, so you got that. Then what I've done is I have taken the single side printed journal pages. They might have stuff on mine, but that's just because I had a lot of paper I printed on that had a misprint. All right, so I've taken, for example, the donkey page, and on the back of this I have got a background page, single-sided. We're going to stick these together. All right, so that's what we are going to do there. Now, what I was thinking is that we might want to trim this ever so slightly. All right, so I am going to do this purely because I don't want it to stick out too much, and I'm just going to tell you how much I'm going to take off here, like 1/8 of an inch. I think that's what it is, 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's about 1/8 of an inch. So in millimeters, you're looking at about 3 millimeters. All right, and I'm not going to measure it, I'm going to eyeball it. So I've got both pieces of paper together here. I'm going to just take a little bit off there, tap it, and do the same here, like that. So I'm going to do this with the one. There we go. Because you know, when you fold these in half and you put them into your signatures, they tend to stick out, and I don't want them sticking out too much. Right, so it's just the sides I'm doing that with. All right, just the sides. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to glue it. We'll fold it in half ultimately. All right, don't worry about what's inside because you're not going to need that. I just want to stick this down the side here. We want to do the same down the length. So before it sticks, let's just pick that up. Along the bottom, you can, again, you can stitch this. Right, so you want to do that. So I have decided we've got that there, we've got that there, and this one is going to go with this. All right, so there we go. Right. Let's hope that this is now stuck. Right, so we get it like this, and we want to just fold that in half. I'm going to grab my bone folder, give it a nice press, yeah, and then we can do the same with this piece. We can get that folded in half. Now I think, yeah, this one, I think I was going to put it on the outside. I think I might still. All right, so once you've folded it, just put it together like that. I'm just going to clip it together, and that's one of them. Right, then the next one that I did was this background paper, and I will go and stick these and put them all together, not to waste time. So it's this background paper. I folded it in half, and then we've got this page, and on the back we've got this. All right, again, you're going to put your glue on just as we did before. Then the third one, and there's 6 of these guys. The third one is the deck chairs. All right, we've got the striped aqua paper, and on the back we've got the stripes. Okay. Then the next one, we've got this background paper, the 2 little girls in the sand there, and then I put the seaweed on the back of this, and you'll glue these 2 together as we said. Then we have got the lighthouse one with the blue paper, and this on the back there. All right, and then lastly we've got the blue gingham, the funfair page, and that on the back there. All right, so that should be 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I will go and get those all stuck together quickly, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've put them all together now, and I've paired them up with the signature so I can just quickly show you what each signature looks like. All right, so here's the first one with that teal that we did, folded in half. They're all glued, trimmed, etc. I have then got this page. This is one of the double-sided journal pages. All right, so let's go like this so it's easier for you to see. All right, it's that page. And then I'm going to have this on the front, I've decided. Yeah. Then, sorry, so we've got that. We've got this page. It was double-sided. We've gone through those already. We've got a lace page. I've got a single-sided, this is the donkey page that I've just done. We've stuck that on the back. We've just done these. And I'm putting it in between the lace and the tea stain page. Then this is a double-sided journal page that we put the stripes on. I've got another tea stain page, and that's the end of that signature. All right, so that's what we have there. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. One of them is the double-sided one we've just done, and then this is going to end up going like this. Right, so that's your first signature. Then we've got this one. Let me open it up quickly. That's the page we've just made now with the gluing around the edge. This is that. This is the little girls. We've got the cream paper. We've got the tea stained. I'm going to put the one we just glued in between that. Then you've got your donkey page, which is a journal page. You've got another tea stain page, and there you go. All right, so that's going to go in there. Putting the fish with the little girls because they're collecting fish. Then we have got the one we've just glued now. All right. Oops, we've got these sweet girls making sandcastles like that with the boys. Yeah, it's a journal page with that on the back. I love that page, it's my favorite. Another tea stained. We should have a cream one here somewhere. Yeah, so you want a cream one, a tea stained, and in between that we're going to put this one we've just glued, and then we've got the tea stained, and then the lighthouse journal page, and a tea stained. So that's that one. Okay, so 3 down. So much smaller signatures and much easier to manage. Right, here's the circus page we just glued, and the half page. And again, we've got this couple having fish and chips on the pier. Love that. We've got a lace page. We've got a tea stained. We're going to put the circus page in there that we glued. A tea stained. We've got a writing page. This one's got an extra one. A tea stained, and then, as I said, there were 2 that got extra. I put the little boys in there as well. All right, so it's got an extra page, this one. 2 of them have, from the journal pages. All right, and that will go over there. Right, then we've got the lighthouse page that we glued with this page there. And this is the next signature 4 that we have. Or 5, I think. So deck chairs, again, lace paper, tea stained. We're going to put the lighthouse in between. So they're all set up the same way. You've got your tea stained paper, stamped paper, and a tea stained. All right, so that's that. That's going to go in there, and that's going to go like that. All right, and then 2 more, or 1 more. It's that one that we've glued with the red on the back. Okay, we'll find a home for it right now. Got the circus paper. You've got the lace. We're going to put this on here. That's the one we glued. There's the tea stand. We've got a writing page. We've got another tea stand, and this one got the other little girl. So this one's also got the extra. All right. And then that's going to go on there. All right. So that's your 6 signatures. And we will put those together. It's quite a lot to put together like that. But these are going to end up going in between here. Right. So I'm going to put them in 3 on each side. Now, one of the areas won't have anything, and I think it's to do with the back page. One of them. So let me see. I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. So we want to put them in here. Now you can put them in any order. It's really up to you. I'm going to look for, what do I want? Yeah, that's the order I had them in. I want the little girls. Well, they're not really little girls. Where's the one with the girls? Here's the girls. I'm going to put the girls on the front here. So that one's going to end up going in there. All right. Now I'm putting them in there so that I know what papers I want to put on either side. That's the reason. So this one then, I've got that there. I'm going to just put this one here. It doesn't really matter. what order you put them in. Then I've got the little girls like that. We'll put that one in there, right? And then you've got your back cover. I think that's the one that I left. And then I should have 1, 2, yeah, that's it. All right, so this one we're going to put the couple sitting on the pier. Yeah. This one over here, I've got the brolly, right? And then this one here, I'm going to put the circus. Right. Now at the back here, we're going to do something else. So you will have one over here, but we're going to have something else there. No signature. All right. So you can already see it lies nice and flat because it's evened out on either side. So that's where we are at the moment. All right. So here comes your lining papers now. All right. We've got 14 of these cut. And remember, some are shorter depending if you've cut them that way on the paper or that way. All right, so it doesn't matter because we're going to be adding pockets. So now it's just a case of finding what you think will go where. And yeah, I'm going to start off by having this one here. Yeah, so I'm going to just clip it. That's what the clips are for. Then on the back, I want to have something that's not the bluish, so possibly reddish. I should have separated them out, shouldn't I? Right, it doesn't really matter. We'll have something red here. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'll go with the circles. That's cool. Yeah. Right, and then on this side, we want to have something, let's go with red here. So we'll put that there. Now, don't worry if it's shorter. We'll deal with that when we decorate. Right, so we've got the red there. So we want something else here. And I think I'm going to go with, okay. Here we've got some red already. So I think I'm going to go with the seahorses here. I'll do that there. And that side with the boys. Let's go with, they're fishing. Let's go with a fish. Yeah, there we go. And then we're back to the back cover so that we leave that blank. Right, so we've got to put something in here now. So let's put that in. Right, and then on this side, I've got this one. Yeah. And then over here, should we go with a bit of red? Let's put this in. Some red. And then on this side, we'll go with a stripe. Let's go with that. And then over here, I'm going to go with this one. And over here, what's the last one I've got? Yeah, this is the last signature page, so I'm going to go with this. I'm not 100% happy with that. Sorry, guys. I'm going to change it with this one. So we'll put this over here. And then that's better. I'm going to put this one here then. Okay, and then on the back where we've got these two, I'm going to put the stripe over here. And I'm going to put this full cut little boys page over here. I have got this on the back, but I wanted to put the little boys there. I might change it, but there we go. All right, so you've got everything in place. Now, what I need you to do as well You've got lots to keep you busy till Friday. Just as well, we're only doing 2 videos a week. All right, guys, you've got everything in place now for what we're going to use, and we will start our decorating from Friday. All right, so we're going to add little bits from Friday. So what I want you to do is go and ink around everything that you need to ink around now, all these edges, so that it's ready. And we will end up sticking these down. Don't stick these down quite yet. I'm going to work out where I want to add pockets and where I don't. All right, so for example, I just want to make sure that if I do want to add a pocket, I'll show you that on Friday in our next video. And we're also going to do the cover and the back, the front and back cover. All right, I hope that's enough to keep you busy. It's definitely a load. It's looking lovely already, and I love how it's coming together. Look at that. This is going to be a monster, but it's going to lie nice and flat. We're not going to do lots of chunky stuff in here. This is going to be a place to keep your photos, your memories, postcards, and anything else that we make or collect on holidays. So that's what we're going to do there. Have a great week now. Go and have fun putting this all together. I'm having a ball already. And I'll see you on Friday. All right, what guys? Stay well. Bye-bye.